It's almost too pretty to eat.
It is too pretty.
But I'm totally willing to dig in, so.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Brady and I am the top seed at Top Seedz. I'm super excited today here at 42 North in East Aurora. We have our special guest, Kristen Cronin from Meat and Eat Charcuterie, who's going to give us some tips and tricks on how to make the best charcuterie board ever when you got your friends over.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to show you and elevate your entertainment game today.
Thank
So do you know what the word charcuterie means?
Oh no, what is it? Tell us.
It's actually a collection of cold meats. So a lot of people, it's just the meat on the board. So the prosciutto, the salami, a lot of people say that they're making a charcuterie board, but it's really just a pretty platter because it doesn't have meat on it.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah,
so the cheese doesn't come into a charcuterie?
No, charcuterie is just the collection of cold meats. It's a French word. Yep.
Right. Okay, interesting.
So where should we start? I'm thinking just in terms of like what makes a good charcuterie board. The cheese is my favorite part, so that's what I like to include. So today we've got brie, manchego, parmesan, and a crumbly blue cheese. I like including a mixture of soft and hard cheeses.
Yep, mixing it up a bit.
Yep, and then for the meats, we have prosciutto, salami, pepperoni, and capicola. We also are playing with some vegan meats as well.
Nice, interesting. Yeah, keeping everyone happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I love having some jam, some brine, some dried fruit. We have apricots, we have candied pecans, dried mango. Also, we can make a beautiful mango rose.
Yeah, I noticed you've got a lot of color going on.
Yes, I love
we all
color,
eat with
texture.
our eyes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Color, texture, different sizes and shapes always make a great charcuterie board.
Yeah, okay, great.
So should we start with the cheese?
Yes,
okay.
Let's do it.
I want you to I'm going to teach you how to do it. So I want you to start with the manchego. So that's, So manchego is a goat milk cheese.
Yep.
And it pairs really well with a lot of different things. So let's put it right here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to give you the knife. These are the different types of tools that I like to use.
Okay.
So this one, do you know what this is for? Let me just show you.
No, teach me.
Do you know what these are for?
Oh, I know what that is. After you slice the cheese, you pick it up with that.
Yes, I usually tell people it's to open the bag. Because it makes it really
That's
easy.
what we'll use it for, right?
Yes, exactly. But also in moments where, like the blue cheese, you can actually vertically hold it and twist it, and it will create really beautiful crumbles.
Oh,
so we'll do that with the Parmesan as well when we use this because it makes it really easy to create those crumbles.
Interesting.
And then, so I'm going to give you this one.
Okay, thank you.
And then this, do you know what the holes are for?
No, I don't know.
It's to aerate the cheese. So when you're cutting a brie or a goat cheese, it'll go right through. Pro tip, I would put your goat cheese or your brie in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes ahead of time so that it's nice and firm when you cut it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
So, go ahead.
So that's another question I had. To cut or not to cut? We don't generally cut in our family.
That's a good point. So I like to get it started. That way it's easy for people, if you have a lot of guests, to be able to quickly just grab a piece and go.
Nice idea.
But if you're sitting around the table and people can kind of take their own, take their time with it, then absolutely you can add, something like this into the cheese so that they can scoop and cut themselves.
Okay, so depending on the situation.
Yeah, if you have a large gathering and you want people to flow through quickly, you can pre-cut the cheese.
Right. Okay.
Some people are also really nervous about starting the first cut.
Yeah,
I've heard that a
big
lot,
thing,
right? Or they think it's too pretty.
And
jump
everyone's
in.
watching and you're trying to carefully cut the cheese.
Yes.
That's right. If you take a slice, it's easy. Yeah.
Or like if you crumble just the bottom part, it'll get it going and then people can continue on and they feel more comfortable doing
great.
it. So for the manchego, I'm going to have you put it on its side.
Yep.
I'm going to grab this one. Hold on. So I'm going to have you put it on its side, and I just want you to, what's nice about manchego, it's already in a triangular shape.
Okay.
So when you're cutting it, you can cut it just right down the side there.
Yeah. Like about 1 millimeter or 2?
Yeah, I would say about 1 millimeter or 2, and I just go.
That's a big millimeter, Kristen.
Maybe it's for like half an inch.
1/16 of an inch,
slices.
maybe we should have said.
We got this. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's nice about manchego is you can also arrange it in a lot of different pretty ways, which I didn't know that there were so many options when it comes to manchego. So
yeah, it's nice. I really like seeing the red on the rind there. It's really
Yes.
pretty, right?
So rind's really important. This actually, some people do eat this. It is not necessarily an edible. So usually if there's wax around the cheese, it means it's not edible. In the case of the Parmesan, you'll see that there's a little bit of a wrapper on it, or sometimes as part of the aging process, it'll be a darker color that you can use in soups as well.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so with the manchego, there's a few ways to arrange it. So you can do, this is called the crown.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So where you do 3, right, like that.
Yep.
You can do having them all going the same way, like this.
Oh, that's really fun.
And you can have that going down your board.
Oh,
You
that's
could do
fun.
the dragon
I like them
tail.
all. Which one are we going to do? Oh.
So the dragon tail is overlapping, where you could go every other. You can also do the bow tie or the zipper. So that's where it stands on its
that's
side.
really cool. Yeah, oh gosh, they've all got names.
There's
oh my
lots of
gosh,
different
it's not just
types.
like
Who
I might
knew?
do that. Yeah.
So
okay,
go ahead, you
I'm
can
going to
pick
do
one.
the line down the. What was this one called?
That one was the dragon tail.
Okay, the dragon tail. That is very cool. Okay,
I love it. That looks wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
Perfect.
next one, let's do one of our crumbly. Maybe we'll take our blue cheese.
Yep.
So this one
each.
you can just set right onto the platter. Yep.
Yep. Anywhere?
Yep. And then if you want to take this and crumble just the bottom part of it, so you get a
Like
few
it's from the
started.
side, or?
So actually put it down vertically
Yep.
and then twist. There you go. And then you keep going.
Oh, I see.
And
so
it
it's not
really
the same
creates
thing.
like
not
a
so,
nice, yes.
Not so intimidating too. Again, right?
Exactly.
It's got a little start to it. Nice. It's pretty.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love it.
And then we can do the same with our Parmesan.
Do we take that paper off, or we leave that on?
Yeah, we can take the paper
that
off. So for Parmesan, I like to crumble all of it. I mean, you could keep it like this
really?
if you
Okay,
wanted to,
yeah.
but I do like to create crumbles
So people
all around,
can just
different
take
sizes.
a little chunk.
Yep.
I like it. That's nice.
And then when they're putting it on their top seed, it fits very nicely, right?
Yeah, perfect.
So I'm just
Yeah, I
gonna
mean,
do-
that would be very awkward if you're in a crowd and you're trying to just get your chunk.
and you're standing there waiting for other, and people are out there are trying to wait for it too.
I think you're persuading me that maybe it is better to do some cuts.
You could also do, a mixture, right? So we've got the
Yeah.
manchego that's already sliced. Maybe we keep the blue cheese as is because it crumbles easily.
Yeah.
And then these we have, and then you have your different textures too.
Yeah. You made that look so easy. I think I'm
Okay,
yeah, destroying it.
you're doing great.
Can I do half, or I should just?
Yeah, you're good. I
Yeah.
think we got the-
Okay.
we got
that's
the
a big one. As usual, the expert. You truly made that look easy. Crikey. Okay. Right. We're good. We're good.
So now I also like to add a jam or a honey onto the
Yes,
board, and
yeah.
and same with our olives, right? So I think you have an olive over here.
Yep.
Those we want to always keep in a ramekin. So you don't want to put olives directly onto the board because it has like a juice to it, and it'll seep into the other things
Yep,
around your
yep.
board.
Make
So
it
I
all
always like to
soggy,
keep
yep.
it. Yep. And then what I like to do, we'll hold on the jam for just a second. What I like to do too is use the cheese and the olives almost as bookends to kind of help us arrange our meats. So it'll be a nice segue into that. Have you ever made a salami river before?
No,
Or
I
pepperoni?
haven't. No, teach me
All right,
this.
let's
That's
do it.
great.
Okay, so you can really use any type of salami or pepperoni. So I'm going to give you this.
Okay, great.
And what I like to do with them, so you can set that part down because you're going to
Okay,
need both
yeah.
hands. So you take one piece,
Yep.
fold it in half like a taco,
Yep.
and then fold it again like a triangle.
Yep.
And you see how it
Oh, that's
creates like that
beautiful,
pretty?
yeah.
So you're going to keep holding this, and you're going to do it again
Yep.
with each piece,
Okay.
and you stack it.
Okay. Of course, I didn't fold it perfectly because I'm not good at this kind of thing. One's bigger than the other, but that's okay.
That's okay. It's art,
Okay.
right?
Oh,
Keep going.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Okay. I can't wait to impress my friends with this. This is great.
And what's nice about this too is it makes it, again, really easy for people to just grab a quick piece. and it's
Yeah,
already
instead
small
of
enough
peeling this off,
go on the
that's
cracker.
right. Yeah, it's good. I love it.
So once you have a thick enough stack, what you can do is actually put it in between the cheese and the olives, and it'll create a little river.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay. So were you strategically placing your cheese earlier on
I did a little bit. So I like to separate them. People also like things in threes.
Oh,
So
that's
if you
right.
use
Visually
three,
looks better.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
So you can add 3 different spots and kind of separate them a little bit. And then what I like to do too is put the things that taste really, that pair really well with other things near each other.
Okay, and how do we know about that?
So one of
What
my
pairs
favorite
with what?
tools, one of my favorite tools is the Flavor Thesaurus.
Oh my gosh.
So
that looks
this
like
is
a
an
great
awesome book that actually has a flavor wheel in it. And it will
that
tell
is
you what pairs really well with what. So there's actually a prosciutto section in here. Let me see if I can quickly find it. And with the prosciutto, I usually try to find JKL and then OP.
Yeah, you're doing your alphabet.
I'm trying to figure out where it is, but it's in here.
I just noticed cumin there, and we have the cumin crackers, what that goes with earthy. Yeah, that's really cool.
Here you go.
And I guess Amazon has one of
Cumin
these,
and
right?
lime, cumin and mango.
Wow,
So maybe
that's so
the cumin
interesting.
top seed would go really well with a dried mango.
Yeah.
On the board. So this, I mean,
Interesting.
the
the
cumin and apricot.
Wow.
We've got apricots
Yeah.
here too.
Yeah.
So when we're creating like the perfect bite, it might be fun to try different things based on this book. So
Yeah.
again, it can't just look pretty, it has to all sort of family and flavor together as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
So I chose to put the pepperoni either near the manchego or even the parmesan, like you did with the olive.
Okay.
That all will taste really well
Okay.
and go really well
great.
together.
Yep. I like that.
The other thing I'd like to show you is how to make a salami rose.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So we're going to use these ramekins.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the capicola. Looks really pretty. I'll have you do the peppered salami because it has that
yep.
pretty like.
Yeah, the ring around the
Yeah.
outside, it's really pretty. Okay.
Now this is actually better to do right out the fridge because it makes the meat a little bit firmer and easier to manipulate.
Okay.
But we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to take our first slice and fold it in half, and we're going to kind of lie it around the edge of the ramekin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
I knew that was going to happen. Okay, I might need to get
Maybe
a
add a
couple
couple
going.
in there,
Yeah, okay. And what am I doing, staggering it along like that?
Yep.
Okay.
And you're just going to fold it just around the ramekin
okay.
so that it looks like petals.
Okay.
And you just keep going and building it around. It does work better with larger salamis.
Yeah, is that why you gave me the small one?
I really wanted to put you to the test here.
It's coming together, it's okay.
got it, you got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see how it's going to come out. Oh, so we're not, I was thinking we were going to tip it upside down at some point.
That is another trick. So there's the TikTok trick, which is you
Yeah.
can use a wine glass.
Yeah,
And you
okay.
can fold it around the wine glass and then flip it upside down and it
Yeah.
does make the rose. What I like about the ramekin though is it just adds like a little pop and then you can grab each. It's easy to do.
Yeah.
And it stays together better.
Oh yeah, I can see how pretty it's going to look. And it's nice with the contrast of the black.
Yes.
Is that pepper on
Yes,
there?
that's pepper.
Oh yeah.
So it adds a little bit of a spice to it. I
Yeah,
do like to
nice.
do a mix of spicy meats and milder meats too because
Yep.
adding a little kick of spice is always great.
Yeah,
especially
and not
with
everyone
cheese.
likes it, so you can kind of get the signal.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, stay away from that.
I've got more for you here. And then if
Okay.
you want to do like one that's a little tighter, so when you fold it, I want you to roll
Yeah.
across like this.
Oh, I know what you mean. So that's
like the
inside of the
center.
flour.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Don't know if I'm there yet.
So here we've got our
Oh,
little...
wow. It looks
Isn't that
so
beautiful?
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing that you can do, so with garnish, what's fun with the rosemary is you can take a small piece of rosemary
Yeah.
and you can stick it right on the side here so that it looks like the flower. Isn't that cute?
So cool. Oh, right. But we're going to leave it in the ramekin, so we need to pop it up a little bit.
Yeah, you can pop it up. Sorry.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I failed on the rosemary bit, but we get
But
the
you
gist.
get it. You get the gist. That
yeah.
looks beautiful.
It does. That's really cool. Oh, I love it.
Okay, now prosciutto. There's so many things that you can do with the actual charcuterie part.
Yeah.
So prosciutto, I'm going to have you take a slice here.
Yep.
I'm going to keep it in the wrapper for now because it makes it a
Yeah.
little bit easier. We're going to just fold it in half.
Yep.
like that.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Okay, yeah.
And then we're gonna unpeel. We're gonna peel off our piece. Yep.
Yeah, getting there, sorry. Right, got it.
Got it?
Yep.
And then we're gonna put our palm out and we're gonna do kind of like an over under, almost accordion effect.
Mmm.
And then when you tip it up and fan it out, it creates a ribbon.
Mmm.
Maybe tip it the other
What
way.
happened?
Try it that way. Yeah, there you go.
Or maybe I was
Now
gripping
fan
it too tight. This definitely takes a bit of practice.
You got it.
Oh yeah, there we
You
are.
got it.
There we are.
Again, better to do right out of the fridge too.
Yeah, I can feel
Because
it's
then
a
it'll
little
be firmer.
soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But that's cool. It's just gonna look so
It just adds, and you
pretty.
can do that again, like all around your board in a circle. You can have it go through the middle. So you can really add, I like to do maybe like 2 or 3 easy pieces that people can just grab.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. This is really good. I mean, I guess it's like an interior designer has all the different textures, right? We're just going through all different textures, different colors.
And you want to take people on a journey. That's what I like to
Yeah,
do when
yeah,
they're,
that's-
you know, when you're entertaining them. So
Yep.
they can actually choose the things that they feel might pair really well together too.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I love it.
So with the prosciutto, I also love to add brie. Brie is actually one of my favorite cheeses.
I
Yes.
love brie. Brie with a bit of honey.
I normally do, so I normally use a cookie cutter to
Yep.
cut the brie.
Yep.
But for today, I'll show you a few ways that you can style it.
Okay,
So
great.
let's get this out of the way.
Yep. Grab the brie.
Yep, you can bring that right in the middle. So I'm just gonna have you first cut it directly in half.
Yep. Okay.
And I'll take a half and you can take a half.
Yeah,
Perfect,
there we are.
thank you.
Okay, move over.
Yeah, let's do that. Perfect.
Yeah.
So what I like to do with this type, there's a couple things you can do. You can either leave it like this. Now, a lot of people like to bake brie. So you actually, I do have, there's a few books that have really good recipes for baked brie with like a caramel pecan topping.
Oh yeah, yum. I love
But I also like to eat it at room temperature. So the rind that you see around this is actually edible.
Yep.
Some people like to scrape it off or take it off. You can do that, but you can leave it on and it tastes great.
Okay, excellent.
So what I like to do with this type is just cut it into wedges.
Okay.
So maybe as many as you can get out of it, maybe 8.
Okay.
But what's nice about the wedge is it again makes it really easy for you to just put it onto a cracker.
Yeah, that's right.
And then when you style it, you can either, you know, keep it like this where it's sort of overlapping each other.
Yeah.
You can create a semicircle, having them all go the same way.
I know what you mean. Okay. Oh yeah, that's really pretty.
And then garnish it with maybe like a strawberry.
Oh yeah, to bring some
Right,
color
you can
in.
bring
Yeah.
some color. You can garnish it with a strawberry, maybe
Yeah,
a
because I
blackberry.
notice here, that's a good idea, because I'm getting a little pale here. I've got
Right,
those
it's a lot of the
3
same
light
colors. We need to dress it
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then even drizzle with some honey or add some rosemary as well. So I'll give you a few if you want some fruit. So the fruit I really like to use as a complement or a garnish.
Yep. Yeah, the color of this fruit is just so
It's
nice,
beautiful.
isn't it? Yeah, I love it. And with summer coming, we're going to get all the summer berries.
I know. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going
Hopefully
to be
this will
fantastic.
summon the warm weather.
Can I put them with the palm?
Yeah, that's beautiful. And then you can add like again a little garnish of rosemary.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm getting there.
It looks really pretty. Just wait, trust me, it will all come
Really?
together. Yeah, it'll all come together. Okay, so the next thing I think I want to show you is the mango rose. So
Okay.
if there are people in your family that maybe can't have meat, I like to make roses with vegetables. So you can use a cucumber if you have a mandolin. You can actually shave the cucumber and then do the same type of thing that we did here. But I also like to do it with the dried mango.
Okay.
So dried mango is one of my favorite dried fruits, and again, it goes with a lot of the different types of cheeses.
Yeah, I love it.
And it comes kind of in these beautiful shapes too.
Yeah.
So again, we're gonna just do the same type of thing and almost manipulated around the ramekin so
Yeah.
that it looks like rose petals.
Oh yeah. My mouth is watering. This is just great.
And some of them have, like, I've had like sweetened ones too, where they've got a little like granulated sugar on them. So good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And then you would save that one specific piece kind of for that middle portion.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I love it. I'm getting
You're
there.
doing great. You're doing great. You can also just add mango as like almost like a foundation for your dried fruits. So you could lie them out just like this, and then add a few apricots on top.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
that's
maybe a
nice.
fig. I love figs. Figs are one of the best. You can get fresh figs. Usually I want to say in like the fall.
Yeah.
And what I like to do is actually dip them in dark chocolate and add some sea salt to them if you have like the fresh figs.
That's nice.
But you can open up, they kind of look, not ugly, but they don't look as pretty like this. So what I like to do is cut it in half
Okay.
so that the middle shows.
Yep.
And you can kind of pile it into your dried fruit.
Oh, I see.
Like
okay. Well, I haven't got that, so I'll pop that there. Yeah, I love figs. Okay.
Here's some apricots too for you. You can add some orange.
Oh, yeah, some more colour to the board. Great. Oh, yeah, I love it.
Good?
Yep.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So let's talk fruits and veggies and how to add those to the board. So
Yes.
grapes are a staple when it comes to a charcuterie board. They're
Yes.
easy to eat. They add some color. I like to keep them in a bunch.
Yep.
So you can just add them like as one big bunch in a space that you might have free. Mm-hmm. So if you have a bunch that's not, sitting or has maybe gaps, if you find a smaller one that has maybe 2 or 3, you can actually just stick them.
Oh, hide the ugliness.
Yeah,
I
you can
guess
hide it.
I've just put the ugly side up. Yeah, I see.
So you're putting the ugly side down, and then
Yep.
you can add little bunches here and there to make it look fuller.
yeah.
You can also spray it with like an olive oil spray to make it look shinier and prettier. It does alter the taste a little bit. Berries always, strawberries, if you want to add a couple to the board, you can. I like to cut them and leave the greenery on.
Yeah.
So you can cut them right in half and you can just sort of stack them.
Yeah, it's a nice little palate refresher, is it?
Yes.
Is that, because it is nice to have a little bit of fruit in between slices of cheese, right?
Yep. And then for veggies, if you're going to use like grape tomatoes, you might want to include some mozzarella or basil as like a caprese. You can add them as skewers as well.
Okay.
So those, again, you're just kind of piling everything together.
Yeah, just more color. It's just looking so pretty.
For these peppers, you can also fill them with hummus and everything bagel seasoning. You can put fill them with cream cheese. I like to do like a jalapeno cream cheese.
Perfect.
So you can cut them in half and kind of add them to the board.
Yeah.
But the most important thing I want to show you is our kiwi fruit
Very good.
flour.
Not a kiwi.
Not the kiwi. Okay, I'm going to have you use this one, I think.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Yep.
Okay, so what I like to do is hold it vertically. Let's lay it down just so I don't want to cut our fingers off. But if you lay it down like this, and then what you're going to do is you're going to make diagonal incisions all the way through.
Yeah.
Almost
Okay,
like
so
a
it's like a
broken,
zigzag.
yeah,
Okay.
a zigzag all the way around. Does that work?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and I've got to cut actually through the
Yeah,
every
you want to
fruit I
go through
have.
the kiwi fruit, and you just want to do almost like a jack-o'-lantern or Charlie Brown's shirt.
Oh yeah, Charlie Brown, exactly. That's what it looks
Broken
like,
egg.
doesn't it?
Yeah. And the closer together the slits, the more like floral or the you'll see what I mean when we get through it. So you want to go all the way around until you meet your first incision.
Oh, this is going to look so pretty.
Now you can actually eat the outside of a kiwi fruit,
Yep.
which I didn't know. It's very fibrous, so you can. The texture is a little strange, but you can absolutely eat it. So this is a little more pretty, I think, than it is functional. But I usually serve it with like a really small spoon. I also cut the ends off too before I pull it apart. because that way it will lay flat on the board. You might need
Yeah, I
to
might
use
need
this.
that top
There you go.
enough. Thanks. And then we've got the big reveal.
Got the big reveal.
Let's
See how you did. Ready?
Oh, that's so pretty.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
So that you can just you can either lean them next to each other, on top
Oh
of
my
each other,
gosh,
or you
it
can do
looks
separate
so
sides.
pretty.
You can also do this with hard-boiled eggs, anything really circular. So if you're doing a brunch board, they're really nice with hard-boiled eggs. I like doing it like that. Just adds like color to it
Yeah.
and some shape. Okay. So now I'd like to add my favorite part, which is the cracker and the top seeds.
Yes.
So can you tell me about
crunch.
the different kinds that we have here? Like, what's your favorite?
Okay, well, our family favorite now for sure is the 6-seed. Although no, I'm not supposed to have favorites, right? It's like
No,
my
you
family
can't. It's like
members.
your children.
Yeah. But without a doubt, we love the 6-seed. But you know, it really depends what we're eating. It is nice to have a mix. This is a rosemary here, which has also got a bit of garlic in it, which is another different flavor. We've got the cumin, which I love when we're having guacamole or any kind of avocado kind of a thing, or just a plain cheddar. It's great with that. And then our very first and our favorite little one here is a sea salt cracker. So that goes with anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's,
I
good
think
mix.
even if we did a mix of them, like the rosemary, because we have some rosemary on the board, I think would flavor really
Perfect.
well.
Yeah.
So we can try, I'm going to try a couple pieces here.
Yeah, okay. And I'll put my 6-seed.
So the crackers, you know, sometimes I like to serve crackers on the side because if you're going to refrigerate it or do it later, if you put them in the fridge, they do get soggy.
Yes, that's
So
right.
I sometimes like to serve it on the side. Otherwise, you can serve it in small bunches
Yep.
and add them into some of the different spaces that we have that might not have that color, right? So I'm going to overlap.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I do my boards at home, there's a lot of spaces in between, but I love how you've got it all packed in.
Right, we're bringing it all together.
Yeah,
I like to just
it's
fill everything
really
up.
Nice.
The other thing I love to do with top seeds is use them in individual charcuterie cups. So you can take this and make it into an individual portion for people. And the reason I love to use top seeds is because when I add the cracker, it kind of sticks up and adds like a backing for everything else that's in it.
Yeah.
So if I were to build one, you know, you could put like nuts on the bottom. You can add a few pieces of cheese.
Gosh.
You can do a skewer.
So then people have their own little snack that they
Have
can
their own little
carry
snack.
around.
So you could create like a little skewer like this and kind of lean it against the top
Oh,
seed.
that's very cool.
You can add, you know, if you wanted to add a little pepper, even just a couple grapes.
Oh, I love that.
add
You know, I
some
find
meat.
sometimes when we're sitting around a fire, it's really a pain
Yes.
to get up and go to the charcuterie board. This
But
would
you
be
can just
perfect.
have, each person
yeah.
can have like their own little individual piece. And then you can add even the different types of top seeds kind of sticking at the back. And
Oh
then
my gosh,
add
that's so
your
pretty.
garnish.
Yeah, always having that little garnish here is so
It makes a big
nice.
difference.
It
It really
does, it
does.
does.
Isn't that pretty?
That took you 2 seconds.
Do it in my sleep in this way.
Wow, it's fantastic.
So that's another way that I love to leverage the top seeds because, you know, I use them all the time on my boards.
I've got to say, I'm thrilled with my board. I was
really
thinking
is
it was
looking
looking a little bad, but it is great.
So there's probably a few more things that we can add just as a touch up. So you can do our jam. I don't know if you had, or your honey. So you can add
Oh, yes.
your honey. Sometimes I even like to just do it like that with a cute little honey dipper that you can just lean, right? And it's right near the brie so
gosh.
people
Yeah,
can drizzle it.
perfect.
You can add chocolate or something sweet. So dark chocolate goes really well.
Oh, yeah,
with
I've got to have
our
the chocolate.
cheeses.
Yeah, and by that, I've got it by my apricots here.
Yep. I actually like doing dark chocolate with the top seeds, the sea
Oh,
salt
yeah,
top seeds. I
that's
literally add
nice.
it on top and we'll bite it
Yeah,
together because
yeah.
it just adds like a really nice flavor.
Yeah,
I
there's a
also
new
did-
flavor there, right?
Did peanut butter on top, a chocolate peanut butter on top
Did
of
you
the
really?
top seed.
Wow.
You got to try it. It's
Yeah.
really, really good.
I
Yeah.
love hearing from customers how they're eating them. It's so fun, all the different ideas.
So then we can just add those few little pieces just around to fill in the rest of the board. Any apricots, figs, dried fruits. If you have nuts, so I love the candied pecans, candied walnuts.
Yep.
I add them in little piles around the board.
More texture, right? Yep. And between the soft, you get the crunch.
Yep.
Oh, looks so pretty.
And then at the end, just the garnish. So another thing I like to do is take little sprigs of baby's breath, thyme, the rosemary, dill you could use too.
Yep.
And you can just pull little pieces and add them as garnish.
Oh yeah, that looks really good.
You do want to make sure that it's a food safe floral, right?
Edible
And that it
flower.
doesn't have pesticides.
Yeah.
If it's touching the food. You can
Oh
also
my
put
gosh,
edible
it looks
flowers on
so
it as well.
good.
So I do like to use edible flowers. You can also use edible flowers on goat cheese to dress it up and make it look a little
Okay,
prettier
yeah, I
as
have
well.
seen that. That's going to be the next one, next lesson.
Yes.
Oh, that's very cool.
What do you think?
Wow, Kristen,
It looks
thank
beautiful.
you so
did a
much for
great
joining
job.
us today.
You're welcome.
I've impressed myself. I had doubts along the way, but I like it.
It's almost too pretty to eat.
It is too
sometimes,
pretty,
but
it
I'm
is.
totally willing to dig in. So
Yeah, let's give it a whirl. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
thank you.